Talk about you for a quick second, man.
Right.
Your story, man. You're a journal.
Yeah.
You journal. You do media, Rockets, the Athletic. Just talk about how that all happened, man. You know what I'm saying, from the beginning to now, man. Because now I feel like since I've talked to you before, but I feel like now you're like one of them ones though when it comes to the media side. You know what I'm saying? Like when you break news, when you tweet, people are, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so how does that feel though, man? Like, talk about the whole story.
It's crazy because I didn't realize that this was my passion until I started doing it. Mm-hmm. So I was in school, I was at UT, and I originally went there for, Africans, we got, I was supposed to be an engineer at one point, I wanted to be a doctor at one point, I wanted to be a lawyer, economics, and then I was in class one day, and it was like a career building class, and our job was to figure out what we wanted to do after school. So they put us in groups. Our job was to write what we liked on paper, give it to somebody else, and they give us suggestions. Mm. So it was me and some white girl. And I wrote sports, I wrote storytelling, I wrote numbers, and I gave it to her. And then she read it, she was like, would you ever consider being a journalist? I was like, no. Because I didn't think, one, it was an industry that made a lot of money. Two, it was too hard to break in. It was a white man's game. Three, it wasn't gonna be fun. So I said, no way. But then she was like, just try it. You never know. So I went home after class that day. I went online, looked for a blog or two to write on. I sent a bunch of emails. I got a bunch of no's. I always keep my no's. Always keep my rejections. Mm. One person said yes. Space City Scoop was like a blog. Shout out to them. So they gave me a chance to kind of write game previews. Just a little stuff here and there. Kind of get my feet wet. I did that more and more. I think that was 16-17 season, the year that James, the whole Spurs, whatever.
Yeah.
So that summer, I was looking for an internship. I ended up finding one at a radio station in Houston, ESPN Houston. But they wanted me to be a radio intern, do radio stuff. I didn't want to do all that. Yeah. I wanted to write still. Okay. So I reached out. I was like, can I write still? Can I do something on social media? Can I? So yeah, cool. So I was doing podcast segments, reviews. I'll write it up. I was still doing my blogging on the side. But my first taste of NBA experience was there was an event at the Toyota Center, and for some reason at work there was no one at work that day, just me and my program director. And he was like, "Kelly, do you want to go cover this game?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" So he gave me the phone to stream my Facebook Live. Yeah. I was supposed to go work under somebody. And that was the day that the Rockets got sold to Fertitta. Okay. That was that day. So, I'm in this room with a bunch of reporters I don't know, people that have been covering the game for years. Yeah. I think on Twitter I had maybe 200 followers on Twitter. So you got to think about it. People are like, who the hell is this? Who's this kid in here with the camera? Who the fuck is he? What are you doing? So after that event, I got more and more praise on how I carried myself, and I got more opportunities. But mind you, I'm still going to school in Austin. So as the season is starting, they said, look, we won't give you a credential for the games, but if there's space, you can come and cover a game. So I would leave class on game days, sometimes in Austin, 4 or 5 o'clock. Drive to Houston, get there at 7:30. Go cover the game. And mind you, at the game, they sit me in the behind the nosebleeds. I ain't sitting on the floor, I'm sitting in the nosebleeds.
It's free?
Yeah, but I'm working. It's free, but I'm in the building, so I'm not tripping.
Yeah.
Just get me in there.
About to say.
And then after the game, you go do your stuff in the locker room. Yeah. I will do that, leave at 11, and go back to Austin.
Damn.
Get back Austin 2 in the morning and do that 2-3 times a week.
Damn.
So I'm grinding, and at the same time, I'm trying to build contacts, trying to build relationships, and mind you, at the same time, in the locker room, everyone will go talk to Chris, go talk to James. I'm not going to them. I'm going to the young guys.
Yeah, because they're going to talk.
They're going to talk to me. Yeah. And then the more they talk to me, the old guys are going to be like, oh, who is this guy and why they trust him? Let me go talk to him. Yeah. So I went that route. So I did that for a season. That was the year that they won 65 games and they lost in Game 7. Yeah. So my news break was the Capela extension. So I'm in the barber chair. I'm getting my hair cut.
Yeah, I remember that. Keep talking.
I get my hair cut. I get a text, from a source saying Capela agreed to extension. And I put that shit out. At the time, I didn't know that Woj had to put it out yet. And you know how Woj is like.
They get it.
Him and Shams. Shams and that's my bro. Yeah. At the time, I was working for a different blog. Like today, I put it out like 8 minutes before Woj did.
Ooh.
And in the NBA world, that's a lifetime.
Ooh.
So they're like, who the hell is this guy? and then you know Amin El Hassan, I got a shout out on ESPN. He said shout out to Keliko. And now people's like, oh, this guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Let me follow this guy.
That's how Twitter is, man. Like if you're a source, if you can break news, they will follow you. Like it's haters I follow on Twitter that just break news, not just for sports, but just for anything. Yeah. So that's crazy, man.
So I after that, like the Athletic came calling.
Ooh.
And they were coming to Houston.
New bag alert.
And they told me like, we want you to cover the Rockets, but we want you to be somebody's number 2 guy, like to work under somebody.
Yeah.
That was their plan, but they couldn't find nobody to do this all by myself.
Oh.
So I took that shit and ran with it, and I made it to what it is today. So that's
a sacrifice, man. Like 2-3 times, days of the week, Houston, Austin. Dog, that's what you call sacrifice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, did you get paid for that?
No.
See, like sometimes, man, you just gotta just accept the fact that you know what, I love this passion. This is what I want to do. If I can't get paid for it, I gotta take that sacrifice, man. Look now, this dude now, he's just not he's just not a Rockies media guy. This guy's one of the top 10 media guys in sports, bro, in NBA. Like this is crazy. This is a crazy story right here, man. Like. Damn. So when it comes to the source,